Well, honestly, the fourth inning was good to us. From time to time, you see those types of things happen. As a head coach, it's a lot of fun to watch your guys put together that many quality at bats in a row, and you can see that momentum just building and building in that inning. But we've all been on the other end of it too. So the one thing that I felt like we did a really good job of is, even though we put together the fourth inning where we scored so many runs, I felt like we had good at-bats after that too. I didn't think that we let the score dictate how competitive we were with our at-bats and on the mound and defensively after that. We continuously talk about playing every pitch of every ball game, respecting the game and playing the game the right way, and I felt like we did a good job of playing a complete game today. But offensively, we were very, very good. Strider was off a little bit today. Struggled to command. His fastball was behind the count a little bit. Notre Dame made him pay early in the game. But Matt Clark did a phenomenal job for us coming in out of the bullpen, had bases loaded, nobody out, and got out of it. Thought he threw the ball very, very well. Holt pitched out of a tight spot in his one full inning of work. And then Ryan Huggins, it was great to get Huggins in the game, and he threw the ball well. So, and if you look at it, that's 4 freshmen that pitched for us today. So very proud of our guys, our young guys, who don't get to touch the ball a ton. Strider does. Obviously, has pitched a lot for us, but Clark's done a really good job last 2 times out, and Holt and Ryan did a really good job for us. Felt we played a good game defensively outside of a couple misplays there in the 1 inning, but overall played a really good baseball game, and good to get a win here in game 1.
Great. Questions for the student athletes, and just remember to wait for the mic to be passed to you.
All right, Logan, you homered from both sides of the plate a week ago. Were you thinking about it there when you came up to think, man, I've got a chance to do it in the same inning, and were you swinging for it?
Not gonna lie, I was thinking about it.
Well, just kind of walk us through it. What are you looking for in that at bat, and then what's going through your mind when you see it start to clear the wall there?
Well, in that second at bat, right-handed, bases were loaded, so I was kind of expecting something off-speed at some point. I didn't get it earlier. I got it later than I thought. Fastball was a good hack in the first one. Second one was kind of right there, but I was again looking off-speed, so he kind of got me there. And then I finally got that curveball. He just kind of left it up, and I took a good hack at it. And, I think he hit a table or something like that.
Seth, 4th straight game you've hit one over the wall. Talk to us about the home run today, and kind of been waiting, Clemson fans, to see the 3 of you guys, the big 3, play well at the same time, and obviously today you guys did it in the same inning.
I was just looking for something in that situation. Runners on base and stuff like that, and Wilkie did a great job the bat before to get on base and give me an opportunity to drive him in. So I was just looking for something over the plate. Guy just came in the ball game, so he's going to try to establish his fastball early. So I was just looking for something up in the zone to drive, and I put a good swing on. And I would say for all of us going on all cylinders, I think that was a big deal. Every at bat throughout that whole ball game, no matter what the score, everybody was competing, and that preaches a lot to a ball club that we're not giving away at bats, and that's something you look for in a great ball club.
Yeah, Logan, just to revisit your 2 home runs, you said you did it a week ago. I'm not sure who the opponent was, but I'm assuming that was not in the same inning.
No,
have you ever done it in the same inning before?
I have not. I've actually never done it until last week against Pitt. I think it was a Friday game or Saturday game. But yeah, it was kind of history for me because I've never done that. I think the Tigers have never done that as well. But I've definitely never done it in the same inning before that, so that was a pretty cool experience to even have the opportunity to get back up there. It was pretty awesome.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Aaron?
Chris, can you kind of describe what it's like to be part of an inning like that where it just goes crazy? You put a 17 runs that inning.
I don't really know how to describe it because I didn't honestly, when Logan hit his home run, I was like, oh my God, I'm 2 batters away from coming up to the plate for the 3rd time. I was I didn't know what to think about. I was like, how do I prepare for this at bat? Honestly, I was just kind of mind blown that we sent 29 batters up to the plate, and like I literally had to like try my hardest to stay focused, to stay locked in for that third at bat, and I mean, glad like kind of paid off, but you know, like that doesn't happen, and I'm really proud of our guys to do that and to go into the game tomorrow with this kind of game down our back.
This message or this question is for Chris, but the other two can weigh in after I ask it. We've all seen Bull Durham. We've all seen the bull hit in the movie. What are you thinking when you see that ball claying off the ball, and then, you know, for the teammates, what did you guys say when you came back into the dugout?
I mean, it's pretty cool to be able to do that, because not a lot of people can say they actually hit the ball, and I mean, it kind of sucks I don't get a free steak out of it.
College athlete.
Yeah, college athlete on free steak.
I might have to go up there and buy my own steak, just, you know,
We'll
pretend.
Yeah, there you go.
Pretend it's free steak, but you know, it's pretty cool to do that.
I'm just glad he didn't say that anything traveling that fast should have a stewardess on it. That's a quote from the movie when he had
I haven't seen as much as you guys. Quote unquote his favorite movie.
There you go.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, looks like you guys were a different team after the weather delay. What did you tell your team when you guys had them during that off?
Nothing really. I didn't say much to them. I knew it was. I felt really good about our club over the last weekend at Pitt. Felt like we played good baseball at Pitt, and felt like we'd had some good practices. Felt like there was just a lot of really good vibes with our club going into today's game, so I felt good about it. I think it was just a matter, again, of somebody getting on base and getting some momentum going, and it kind of started with Hawkins to lead off there. I want to say in the third inning, you know, hit a double down the line, and then we score a run on a 2-out hit by Wilkie, and you know, the next thing you know, you could see that momentum start to turn, and we're just a big momentum offense. So I felt like we just needed to get a couple guys on base, get a hit with runners in scoring position. It's just amazing with our club how well we play offensively when we hit well early in the game with runners in scoring position. You saw it in Pitt early in game one when we scored 16 runs in that game. We had the one inning where we swung the bats really well. Wharton, I think, with a 2-strike hit in that game. In that situation to get us going there, but you could just kind of see it going. I think Wilkie's at bat, you know, with 2 outs. You know, we knew at that point that the momentum was getting ready to shift in our dugout, and I think Matt Clark had a big part of that as well. For Matt to be able to pitch out of that spot, you know, was pretty big for us at that point in the ball game.
Monty, how you know, with this game not necessarily affecting your spot in the standing of the pool, how impressed are you with your group to be able to, you know, keep the eyes on the prize and eyes on the task at hand, and also to respond in such a way, like you said, after the rain delay, with as much of an approach as you guys had?
Well, I think our players will tell you that if any of them had any sort of inclination that this game didn't matter, how much that would bother me. So, you know, that's a big deal in our program. Like we never, ever, ever talk about the importance or lack of importance of one game versus another. So our big messages are always be consistent, regardless of the opponent, regardless of what game you're in midweek, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, trying to win a series, trying to get back in the series. It doesn't matter to us. And the bottom line is we want to play good baseball. So I think that's just kind of a message that these guys have heard, you know, since they've been here, is that every day matters to us, and we want to play good baseball regardless. We knew that, I think everybody knew that as far as the tournament goes, that it didn't have an impact on the tournament, but it certainly does. You know, when you swing the bat the way that we swung the bat today, and we pitched the way that we pitched today, we certainly hope that we can carry some positive momentum into tomorrow's game. You know, and again, we're trying to put ourselves in a position to be a national seed on top of that. So this game certainly did matter.
You told us Monday that you want this team to have fun, and out there in between innings, you had to do a TV spot and you had bubble gum on your hat, and
yeah,
you were dodging sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Is that something that you like to see, even though it's kind of picking fun at you a little bit?
I think the guys know that, you know, you know, for me personally, I don't like having gum on my hat. No, I would say that might be a little bit too much. If I knew that was happening, somebody may have gotten an elbow. But no, Our guys have fun in the dugout, and they know that I have a lot of fun with them. I want them to be comfortable being them. That's a big part, again, of our program. You know, I'm not trying to produce robots. You know, I want to make sure that our guys enjoy every single day that they get to wear the purple and orange. I want them to enjoy being together, and I want them to feel like their head coach is somebody that they can enjoy this experience and this journey with. But I think they also know, you know, when I need to be the head coach, I can be the head coach, and when I need to discipline these guys, I can. You know, gum on the hat, maybe a little bit too much. Upside down man, dabbing. You know, I like that one. That one was pretty good. So they do some pretty good ones. Spencer and Weatherly like to do like there's bees in the dugout. You know, I've seen all kind of antics now. I think some of that is good, but you know, at some point it can be a little bit much. But you know, it just is what it is. I would rather them be loose and enjoy the experience on game day than be tight and be serious. That's just me personally as a head coach.
And then final question would be pitching plans for tomorrow.
Yeah, we will go with Crawford. So Crawford will throw tomorrow.
We have time for one more.
Only Strider, really just kind of on the same lines. Will that make him, I guess, able to come back a little bit sooner?
Yes, we were trying to keep him. You know, we took him out with the mindset of being able. We were going to pitch Clark and Strider today, regardless whether we started one and pitched one out of the pen or vice versa. We wanted to pitch both those guys today, and we also wanted to try to keep their pitch count short enough to where we could bring them back later in the week. So yes, that is why we took him out at that point.